What's going on, and welcome to Joe's Geek Show, the video series where we talk comics. And before we get started, if you're new and like to support the channel, you can do so by hitting that like button, clicking that subscribe button, and sharing. And with that, let's talk about that first episode of Moon Knight. So coming from Marvel Studios, obviously, this is a show based on the comic character Moon Knight. And in it, we've got Oscar Isaac. He's playing a guy by the name of Stephen Grant. Just works in a museum, you know. Life isn't great, life isn't terrible, it's just livable. Well, except for the fact that every night he has to kind of, tether himself to his bed, which, doesn't always seem to work because at one point he wakes up in a completely different area. He's not sure if he's just in a village or in another country or whatnot. Oh yeah, and he's hearing voices. And from that point on, the episode just goes completely off the rails as he's not really sure whether what he's seeing is real or not. And one of the things that this episode does very well is play up the confusion in terms of also getting the audience into that. Because I can imagine somebody who's never experienced the Moon Knight property sitting down, watching this episode and going, "The hell's going on?" Until you finally come to understand that he's got a couple different personalities. And I gotta give it up to Oscar Isaac because he does these transitions pretty well. Ethan Hawke also, I think, does a commendable job so far as Arthur Harrow. If you've seen the trailer, you basically know that he's effectively the penultimate villain of the show because there's a magical MacGuffin that Stephen Grant, aka Mark Spector, has that Arthur Harrow wants. And thus, like any great supervillain, he will stop at nothing to have it. Which, of course, includes sicking an Egyptian hellhound on Stephen. Which, of course, that scene leads to the last couple minutes of the episode where we get our first full look at Moon Knight. And he looks really freaking cool. The transition that happens between his mid-transformation, the attack on the hellhound, and then finally getting to see him in full Moon Knight costume. I mean, the hood, the cape, the glowing eyes. I really enjoyed it. I just hope next episode we get to see a little bit more of it. As far as the special effects themselves go, it's not terrible. There are a couple of shots here and there with Khonshu in the daylight where he's not looking so great, but anytime they get him in the shadow, this is where he really shines through. The only thing I'm wondering is, are they eventually going to let the blood and the gore get as bloody and gory as it possibly could be? But hey, if I want like super bloody and gory, I can always go watch Daredevil because it's on Disney Plus now. Set that mature rating and enjoy that seasons 1 through 3 goodness. And to conclude on Moon Knight, yeah, it was good. It's a good introductory episode and it leaves just enough to where you go, yeah, I have to see what happens next. So Moon Knight episode 1. What did you think about the show if you watched it? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please leave your comments in the comment section below. And if you like this video, I'd love it if you'd smash that like button, share it with some friends, subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and ring that notification bell for more comic book content. And if you're wondering what to watch next, consider one of these 2 videos. Alright, take care, have a great day, and as always, stay geeky.